bras be trying to chase me. Come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up. I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Girl, you ain't come up on, so why you showing up? I'm taking them shots on my partners, they loaded up. Man, on the low, all these be acting so material. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender, on the wing. Andre Iguodala. MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector.
I like that.
Joakim Noah. Roy Hibbert does a great job of the verticality thing, jumping up in the rim.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Houston Rockets here at home, and an interconference matchup should be a good one. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Pacers. Paul George is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Ellis. Then it's George Hill. And it's Hill in at the 5 down low. The dish to Hart. Buries the long-range jumper.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. Coach said that even though this is the first meeting of the year, he didn't expect there to be much of a feeling out period between the teams. He said, listen, we have a group of guys that can all score and do it in a hurry. I expect us to come right at them and test their defense early on. they'll definitely be on the attack, guys.
Okay, Doris, well, the offensive approach, a primary force in the game plan today, guys.
Yeah, they are out to put up a big number today, and I think they can do it.
Well, that certainly seems to be the goal. I mean, it could be a shootout if their plans come to fruition.
Here is Keefe following the score by Indiana. Harden outside. Lets it go with a three. Tries again, and the bucket is good. Coming on the layup that time from Keefe.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Outside Hill. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hill's got his first points of the game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Ellis wide open. Offensive rebound. Hill kicks to Hill. And that is good.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Dishes it to Capella. It's Harden with the drive. Ariza passes to Keefe, and it's sent back by Hill. Pacers leading by 4. Bass, a screen on Ariza. Lets the three fly. Ariza with the rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now Ellis following the three-point attempt by Freak. A nice shot by George.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want us, that's the way to do it.
And Harden wide open. He shoots, and it's off from three-point range. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Detroit.
You hate to lose a game that you feel like you let get away. They played good basketball for most of the game, but you got to go the distance. They collapsed and opened the door for the comeback.
And collapse is really the only way you could put it. And I'm sure they would admit that in their locker room to themselves.
Now here's Ariza after Jordan Hill's miss. Keefe passes to Harden to the middle. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bass. Now here is Hill. Last game out he had 14. Ellis with the screen for Hill. With the teardrop, and Capella sends it back, and they're able to recover. Tries yet again. Again missing Hill.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Over to the wing. Here's Keefe. Another miss by Houston.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
There we go, fans.
Rockets trail by 11. On the court for Indiana. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then there's C.J. Miles. Then it's Hill, and it's Bass in at the 4 slot. Keefe against Hill. Back to Jones. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Hill, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Hill's got his second bucket.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Keith, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the score by Houston. Ellis can't get it to go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Hill kicks to Miles. Goes up to the stripe. That one rolling around and rims out. Rockets trail by 11. Here is Keith. 6 points for him. Here's Ariza. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here is Miles. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Keith passes to Ariza, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's Moniunas in for Jones. And so here is Houston. They trail by 9 points.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Ellis outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. On the wing, Hill fires from 18. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. That's 7 points for Hill.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Ariza outside. Feeds it to Moniunas. Harden right side. 5 to shoot. It's Ariza on the wing. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long
Brewer is
rebounds.
checked in for Houston. Lawson comes in for Keith.
Make the defense move. And let's pass up a good shot.
And
or
so it's a
great
close
shot.
game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
We're forcing the
Indiana
issue
out
too
in
much.
front. They're up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Okay, man.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Jordan Hill, what a contribution.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then there's Moniunas. Then it's Keith. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Houston shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And as a unit, guys, they only shot 70% from the line over the course of last season. Not the kind of percentage that they were hoping for.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Hill sets the screen for Bass. And the pass to Hill. To the inside. Jordan. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Keefe against Hill. Eunice's shot is good. Eunice has got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Bass dishes to Hill. On the wing, Ellis all alone. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Ellis has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Keefe passes to Capella, and he gets the bucket. Capella's got his second bucket of the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Harden against Ellis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Keefe against Hill. Keefe passes to Capella. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's George. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Stoudemire's checked in for Capella, and Terrence Jones is subbed in for Monty Eunice. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. Keefe passes to Stoudemire. It's Harden with the drive. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Keefe. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
It's been a good one for Fresh. He's got 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Keefe hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Hill kicks to George. A touch over. Yeah.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Pass to Jones. Up and in from the low block. Jones has got his first bucket of the night.
What body control. Even on the move, he still had the balance to knock it down.
Got that one up quick.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Keefe against Hill. And George, here we go. Keefe grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 3. And here they go. Here's Ariza. Stoudemire wide open. And Houston again with the bucket.
And it's almost as if they knew exactly what the D was going to throw at him on that possession.
Hill dishes to George. He kicks it to Bass. Pick up by Hill. Ellis goes in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Ellis has got 6 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
That's it, and the Pacer lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Keefe.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far. And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
It's Ariza on the wing. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Ellis. Keefe. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Pacers leading by 3. Indiana moving it around. 14 feet away. Again, the miss by Ellis.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Ariza passes to Jones. And another. Once again, shot good from Keefe. Fresh has got 14 points.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
George up top. Defended by Jones. George against Jones. Right side Hill. Shoots it up. No good off the front iron.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Houston making some changes. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Decker. Harden comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Keefe in for Ty Lawson. The Pacers also with a sub. George is checked in on the court for Indiana. They've got C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Paul George. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here is Keefe. Pass to Montejunas. Here's Harden on the wing. The Rockets with another miss.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
He feeds it to Ariza. Here's Keefe. Offline with his 3. Indiana trailing here. Dellavedova kicks to George. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And they're pushing it up. Here's Montejunas. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And stolen by Ariza. Pass to Keefe. Tries it from 9. And the shot falls short this time.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Hill a screen on Ariza. And George.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter to tie it up. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
Hill against Keefe. Another miss by Houston.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
What an opportunity here.
Boy, a chance to take the lead. Huge right here.
Now Hill, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. George against Ariza. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To take the lead. Yes!
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Here's Keith. Shot is good. But, oh, it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And they're going back to have a look at that shot once again to see if the horn had really sounded before the ball left his hand. This certainly isn't over yet. They may get a second chance. Now, if it's overturned, we're going to need overtime. And the final call's been made. The original ruling was correct, and the game is over. The basket will not count.
Well, Kevin, they had to make sure he hadn't gotten it off, guys. I mean, he was just a fraction.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Paul George. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Well, Paul George.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Let's take them back. Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes a pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang the...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And an extra minute here. Shaq, one of the most exciting moves to watch in basketball, a slashing drive to the rim. Who would you say are the league's best slashers?
I'm going to be quick because I'm not really a guard. I know Kenny probably has a couple things to say. Let me go with Russell Westbrook, freak athlete, attack mentally. Monte Ellis, elite quickness, terrific touch around the rim. James Harden, strength, aggressiveness, ability to draw contact. Tyreek Evans, that's his whole game.
Wow. I thought you weren't going to.
And just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans.
Evan Turner.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game, a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Yeah, it really got them out of sync, and that hurt them big time. Forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they would have liked to.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Keefe in at point guard. Moniunas out there with Decker. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And that one's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Rose. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
And so it's Houston with it after the miss from Joakim Noah. Outside Turner. Outside Butler. Poked loose. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden, that's good.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
It's good on the putback.
And a nice soft touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle a touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, but how about the fight there prior to that ball being available? That's what I like and what you need to really focus on when they have plays like that.
Now here's Harden following the miss by Derrick Rose. Harden the pass to Keefe. Back to Harden. Noah with the block. Turner against Keefe. Noah dishes to Butler. Noah the screen. Butler goes in.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. So he gets them both. Here is Keefe. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Harden the pass to Keefe. He dishes it to Moniunas. Good! Moniunas has got his first points of the game.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now the pass to Capella. Keefe against Rose. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Capella. Chicago grabs the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
Well, you know, they split their meetings last season, and the way both of these teams love to compete, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again.
Here is Keefe after the made shot from Evan Turner. Keefe passes to Moniunas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they only made 70% of their free throws as a team a season ago. Certainly room for improvement.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would...
Here is Livingston. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. They've got McDermott. Livingston is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Noah. And it's Mirotic in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Rose attacking, pushing their lead to double digits. Rose has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bulls. Pass to Keith. And there's the feed to Jones. Here is Keith. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. And it's 6 points for Freak. Here is Livingston. Guarded by Keith. Mirotic the screen. Lawson against Rose. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Lawson against Rose. Lawson kicks to Stoudemire. Lawson the pass to Keith. Pulls up on the wing. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Rose goes in. Feeds it to Noah. It's stolen by Jones. Decker passes to Keith. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Turner's checked in for McDermott. And a switch here also for Houston. Capella's checked in. Keith passes to Lawson. Here is Keith. Shot clock at 6. For 3. It's rebounded by Noah. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to Indiana.
You know, but they were able to hang in there for most of that game. But at the end, you know, when it matters most in terms of what I call winning time, they just could not make the plays on either end of the floor.
Yeah, I like that term, winning time. But as you said, they didn't get run over, but just couldn't convert when they needed to in the end.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Lawson the pass to Keith. The Rockets again can't hit.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Over in the corner, Rose. Offensive rebound. Noah kicks to Rose. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 12 points for Derrick Rose.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He ended with 14 points and collected 6 huge rebounds to go with that. If his play in the first game of the season is any indicator to the kind of year he's going to have, all you can say is look out, league. Guys?
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way
here's
too
the 2K
easy.
leaderboard with the teams
Get
that
into
last
them on the
season scored
perimeter.
the most second chance points.
Rotate over and make your presence felt.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in. James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Down low, stolen by Rose. And here they go, and it's Butler with the jam.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
The shot's good from Stoudemire. There's 1:54 left now here in the second. Rose kicks to Turner. Butler goes in, passes it to Noah. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
They set the pick. Keefe passes to Stoudemire. Keefe against Rose. Stoudemire dishes to Decker. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rose against Keefe. The dish now to Mirotic. The kick outside to Butler. Outside Rose. From outside the arc. Cannot hit. And the Rockets take it the other way. Been playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Keefe. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. Noah with a screen for Rose. All sorts of time. Noah wide open. Works a big high bounce and goes in. Noah's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Chicago leading by 21. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Butler goes in. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
He feeds it to Rose. From deep. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Bulls lead by 21. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the...
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
I wouldn't be surprised.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
What a game for Rose. He has 12 points and 6 assists. Some effective offense making passes, and he's also been hitting from deep with the 3-ball.
And Clark, he's got the D on his heels. Smart passing, hot shooting. That is a deadly combination.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Rockets. Keefe, he's in at point guard. Decker is out there with Montejunas. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Butler attacking. Montejunas with the steal.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues. Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Harden against Butler. The 15-footer, good. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Keefe misses the 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Move it, move it.
Rockets trail by 21. Shot off the pick. Rejected by Gasol. Keefe against Rose. Kicks to Capella. Stolen by Noah. Here's Turner. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist here tonight.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy.
Houston making some changes. Jones checked in for Capella. Brewer comes in for Decker. And
soft.
Rockets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Stoudemire. Lets it go from 11, and the shot is good. Stoudemire's got 6.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
They set the screen. Rose kicks it to Noah. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here is Keefe. He's got 6. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He had a strong showing last season. 5th for free throw shooting. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And yeah, he was money, absolute cash from the charity stripe. A tremendous asset.
Turner's checked in for the Bulls. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and Decker subbed in for Ty Lawson. 50 seconds left in the third. Here is Livingston. He kicks to Noah. Out to the right wing. Noah with a screen for Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Here is Livingston. No good off the back of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Decker. Evan Turner grabs the board.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Rose up on top. Guarded by Keefe. The offensive rebound. From 18 feet away. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls out front, up by 15. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Bulls leading by 15. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Turner in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Butler passes to Turner. Dishes it to Gasol. Back to Turner. Shoots the 3. That's good. Turner's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Chicago.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Move the ball and stick it to the
Keefe against Turner. Motiejunas has the open look. Gets a very good look and converts. The Bulls shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Keefe.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Turner dishes to Gasol. Now the pass to McDermott. Gasol setting the pick for McDermott. Pass to Noah. Here's Keith. Finished off the break.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Thanks again, Doris. And he overshot that one, missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his third foul so far. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Noah, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Here's Keith. Good work defensively by Turner. The Bulls leading by 13. McDermott kicks to Butler. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Fresh has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside, McDermott with the steal. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And here we go, Rockets running again. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's now 7 straight for them coming from fast breaks.
Yeah, and they're making it look easy, guys, running it down the opponent's throat.
To the paint, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in.
Derrick Rose.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Gasol connects in the foul line jumper. And the Bulls lead by 13.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Move the ball. Stick it to Mike.
Stolen by Rose. Plays it in off the breakaway. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Rockets trail by 15. The feed now to Montiunas. To the inside. Stolen by Rose. Outside Turner. He dishes it to Butler. Noah with a screen on Hart. Butler passes to Noah. Right wing. Clock at 4. Rose can't get that one to fall.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Feeds it to Butler. Passes it to Noah. Rose dishes to Gasol. Back to Rose. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 17 points for Rose.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
To the paint. Stolen by Noah. And here's Rose. Outside Turner. From the baseline. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now coming on the court are your level Bulls. Make some noise and cheer them on.
and a whole new 5 on the floor. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol come out and control a basketball game like he did tonight? This guy who for years has been a mastermind of the low post game. Points, rebounds, assists. You're going to get it all from Pau Gasol on the block, not to mention his veteran leadership.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And guys, we'll be watching Roy Hibbert tonight, arguably the league's premier rim protector. Kenny, his reach and length make it so difficult to try to get anything near the basket.
Yeah,
Shot from high above the Staples Center here in downtown Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Looking at the Lakers, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
You know, it perhaps could serve as a rallying point for him, Greg. I mean, sometimes after a big loss like that, it can be a catalyst or a wake-up call for the locker room.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Keefe in at point guard. Terrence Jones out there with Stoudemire. Then it's Harden, and it's Brewer in at the three, the small forward. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Now Bellinelli. Back to Russell. Randall a screen on Keefe. Clock at 6. Bellinelli for three, and that one's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
The Lakers on D. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Right at the free throw line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And he gets the bucket. Young's got his first points of the night.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Keefe against Russell. Jones with the screen on Russell. Here's Keefe, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Fresh has got his second basket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Bellinelli to the paint. It's stolen by Jones. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. In third, the Lakers.
You know, it's interesting when you look at this team, Kevin. I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Keefe against Russell. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. It's Harden with the drive. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Picked by Randall. And Bellinelli kicks to Randall. It's stolen by Jones. again, James Harden. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Young, here we go. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from Young. Houston with a big group substitution here. Here is Lawson. And so in the game for the Rockets. Keith in at shooting guard. Maniutis out there with Brewer. Then it's Lawson. And it's Capella in at the 5. Fires it up. Rebounded by the Lakers. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors played some good basketball. He ended with 16 points and flashed his range a few times in the process. The outing for him was certainly one that he would be happy to repeat.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint him.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for the Rockets. Terrence Jones comes in for Maniutis. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Keith. And that time, also a missed shot.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now, here's Clarkson. Lawson defending. Clarkson kicks to Randall. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Randall's got his first basket.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Here is Keith. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Russell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Russell against Keith. Here's Stoudemire, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Stoudemire's got his first 2 points of the night. Outside, Russell. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. Here's Keith. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Russell with it. Now Stoudemire defending. Here's Sikorak. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Lakers lead by 10.
A very nice season. 14 points a game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Well, you want a guy to come in who knows how to run the offense intelligently, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of like how you ran things, Greg.
Lakers leading by 10. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Sikorak. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here is Keith. Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Randall. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Temple, the pass to Russell. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Young's checked in for Garrett Temple. And a switch here also for Houston. James Harden, he's checked in for Ty Lawson.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now, here's Brewer. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Stoudemire. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Keefe's shot is good.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Here's Randall. Outside, Russell. Here's Young. It's rebounded by Houston. Fresh has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
To the middle. Here's Jones. No good. And it's the Lakers the other way. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Shot misses. Great D that time from Keefe. Puts it up. The Lakers with the rebound.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. 1:11 left now here in the second. Harden left side. And he lays it straight in. Harden's got 8 points.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
That is good. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
And
fun.
no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Houston shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And as a unit, guys, they only shot 70% from the line over the course of last season. Not the kind of percentage that they were hoping for.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and Montiunas subbed in for Terrence Jones.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans. Shoots it. Here's Thomas, and the layup's good off the glass. Thomas got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming...
we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
We've got Randall. Bellinelli is out there with Russell. Then there's Nick Young. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Move the ball.
Feeds it to Stoudemire. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Randall. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. There's the bucket. Good. And the Lakers lead by 14.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
To the wing on the left. And some nice passing there by Houston. Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Brewer. Hands it from downtown. Brewer's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Doris Burke has an update for you.
Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. And the shot is good.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Marco Bellinelli. All right, Staples Center, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 18 points a game. 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Randall's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Another miss by Houston. Lakers leading by 13. Now Bellinelli. He has 5. Picked by Randall. Here's Bellinelli, covered by Brewer. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Pass to Keefe. From the wing. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. At least as I look at it. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Bellinelli dishes to Russell, picked by Randall. Now, here is Russell, covered by Brewer. Lets it go. Kept alive. Rockets trail by 15. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
Rockets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. A platoon swap here. Lakers leading by 16. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Keith, he's in at point guard. Decker is out there with Montejunas. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right side Russell, and the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Julius Randle's checked in for the Lakers.
Julius Randle.
Off the inbound, and that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Los Angeles. Here is Keith. Kicks it to Capella. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Keith against Russell. To the inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Down low, it's tipped. Inside, here's Zagorak. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it was good. And the Lakers lead by 18. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end. And I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
At the line for your Lakers, Jordan Clarkson. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the Lakers making a change here. Young's checked in. Houston also making some changes. Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for Capella. Terrence Jones comes in for Montejunas. And it's Harrell in for Decker. Here's Keith. And then Jones with the jam.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
On the wing, Harden. To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Check out the game for Fresh. He's got 10 points and 7 assists. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
Shots good from Young.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Finish off the break.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Keith missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Clarkson. Softly drops in the floater.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And for Houston, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Harden outside. Here's Keith. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And it's 13 points for Freak.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Now, Bellinelli. 6 to shoot. It's Young on the wing. No good on the 3. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Raptors. From deep. Keith missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Keith. They set the pick. Now the pass to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Clarkson. Keith grabs the miss. Fresh has got 5 rebounds tonight.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Rebound the Lakers. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bellinelli.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
He's checked in for the Lakers. Keith, he's checked in for Houston. LA has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They get it back, and the wide-open shot from Decker makes no mistake on the open jump shot. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Russell. He kicks it to Hibbert. Tries to snap the cold streak and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
At the line for your Lakers, Roy Hibbert.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Here is Keith to the paint. Decker kicks to Capella, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Williams with the ball. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, the campaign has not started brightly for them. They're 0-4 now, still looking for that first win, needing that first win. Well, we're going to see Doc Rivers on the sidelines tonight, and there is no doubt he's been a successful coach wherever he's been. This question for you, Kenny, how would you grade his handling of the Clippers roster during his tenure?
Well, it's never easy being both president and the team coach. I mean, think about this. That's a lot of pressure because when the coach isn't doing his job well, who fires him? Not the president. When the president isn't doing his job.
Starting at small forward, 6 feet.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Keefe, he's in at point guard. Stoudemire out there with Montejunas. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Harden in at the 2. Keefe off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Paul passes to Pachulia. To the middle, here's Johnson, lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 6 points.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Doc Rivers. Defending Amari Stoudemire is always a challenge, but coach said he's even tougher now that he's developing his back to the basket game. He said Amari can drive, shoot, and now post. He's going to get his points. We've just got to do our best to keep him away from the rim and deny him second chance opportunities. A tall task, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Keefe missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions here.
Griffin kicks to Paul. Back to Griffin. Paul dishes to Griffin. Off target at the rim.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, out of the break, guys, he's managed to turn it over twice now, and that doesn't bode well for the rest of the quarter if he doesn't shake out of it and tighten things up.
Paul, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game. Keefe against Paul. Feeds to Montejunas. To the paint. They need this. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
Paul with the buckets.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
6 on the shot clock. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Griffin a screen on Keefe. Paul passes to Griffin. Here's Reddick. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Reddick's got his first points of the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now Johnson. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. That pushes it to double digits. And it's 8 points for Johnson.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He had a strong showing last season. 5th for free throw percentage. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And yeah, he was money, absolute cash from the charity stripe. A tremendous asset.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pachulia. Johnson comes in for Johnson. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Harris subbed in for Chris Paul. Here's Lawson following the score by Jamal Crawford. Passes it to Jones. Here is Keefe. He's guarded by Johnson. Crawford against Keefe. Can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. Two elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Here is Keefe. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Clippers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a unit, guys, they only shot 70% from the line over the course of last season. Not the kind of percentage that they were hoping for.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Harris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Harris. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 17. Pass to Keefe. Shot to stop the drought. Can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Crawford with the steal. Dishes it to Harris. There's the 3. Decker with the rebound. Lawson outside. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Los Angeles on top, leading by 17. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say about the success of a very special and...
You know, Blake, everything.
Of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about it. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jones checked in for Stoudemire. Harrell comes in for Monty Eunice. Decker's checked in for Corey Brewer. And it's Keefe in for Ty Lawson. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Griffin is out there with Pachulia, and it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. They set the pick. Here's Griffin. Got a piece of it. Griffin with the steal. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers stepped up to deliver. He picked up 16 points and added 7 rebounds to go with his scoring. It was a positive sign in what has been a slow start to the season for his basketball team. Perhaps things are starting to turn around, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Johnson, he's checked in for Johnson. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And Harris subbed in for Paul. And a switch here also for Houston. Capella's checked in. We gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
He's off on the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
It's stolen by Johnson. Harris against Keefe. Down low. Here's Griffin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Terrence Jones.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
The Clippers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Here is Keefe. He's got 11. That's tipped. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnover.
Pachulia kicks to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Keith missing.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Harris outside. Kicks to Griffin. The jump hook. And it falls over the rim and in. Griffin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And through one half, it hasn't even...
Well, obviously things have not gone your way to this point, at least through the first 2 quarters. How are you guys going to get back in this one?
Well, it's a game of runs, right? They came out strong.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Keefe in at point guard. Moniunas out there with Brewer. Then it's Harden, and it's Stoudemire in at the center, filling out the middle. 5 on the clock. Here's Redick. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Redick's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Clippers. Here's Keefe. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got his third rebound on the night. Johnson dishes to Paul. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's the 3. Johnson can't hit. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
The Rockets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the second free throw, good. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Paul outside. There's the screen. He dishes it to Redick. Griffin a screen on Harden. Redick passes to Griffin, and he dunks it after the pit frees him up.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Rockets 4th.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Here is Keefe. He's got 11. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And, guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Redick's got the ball. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. Here's Harden. That's tipped. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Takes it from 10, puts it up from 17, and there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Paul. 12 points for Johnson.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Moniunas has the open look, gets a very good look and converts. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Pass to Redick. Harden against Paul. He kicks to Johnson. Johnson missing again.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it. It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And it's Paul penetrating, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Paul's got 10.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Check out the game for Fresh. He's got 11 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Johnson. And then for Houston, Jones checked in for Stoudemire. Harrell comes in for Moniunas, and it's Lawson in for James Harden. Griffin a screen on Lawson. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Redick, no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Another miss by Houston.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's Keefe. Kicks it out to Jones. Houston moving it around. Lawson the pass to Keefe. And taken away by Paul. Here's Redick, and there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Johnson. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Chris Paul subbed in for Harris. Houston with a big group substitution here. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Capella. Harrell comes in for Terrence Jones. West is checked in for Brewer. And it's Keefe in for Ty Lawson. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Johnson is out there with Griffin. And it's Zeller in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Anthony Bennett's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Redick. For Houston, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the 4th quarter underway. Over in the corner, Decker. The pass to Keefe. Five on the clock. From the high post. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Paul kicks to Redick. Lets the 3 fly. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
It's deflected and stolen by Zeller. To the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
The feed to Decker. It's stolen by Johnson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Clippers. Here's Keefe. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Another miss by Houston.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Bennett setting the pick for Redick. Johnson outside. 3-pointer, and that one's good.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit, and it's still early. They have to play smart, or they could give up a lot of free throws. Just absolute domination in this one to Redick. He's got 21 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Zeller. Johnson comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Paul. Passes to Keefe. There's the dish to Harrell. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Keefe passes to West and taken away by Johnson. Here's Cannon to the inside. Reddick, count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Keefe. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Houston. And the foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And Bennett drops them both. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Lawson kicks to Harrell. It's tipped and stolen by Bennett. Johnson attacking, and the layup is good.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
The starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. They not only lightened the load, the bench guaranteed and actually produced the win.
They sure did. And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Rockets.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Reddick. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Harris outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Keefe against Johnson. And Lawson with the drive. That is good.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Cannon kicks to Aldridge. He feeds it to Harris. And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
And Harris drops them both. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Keefe. Shoots from the right block, and Houston again with the bucket. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Cannon. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Joe, congratulations on this win. This was a game where we saw plenty of great sequences, some nice runs put together. What changes for the team out on the floor when you guys start rolling like we witnessed?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player.